Thursdays on NBC have won a total of 14 Emmy Awards. Start your night off with a celebration on the season premiere of Fame, winner of 5 Emmys. Then, what's so funny? Stay tuned and find out. On the premiere of Cheers, then catch Taxi, winner of 3 Emmys.
What time should I be there?
Same time, better station. Then a station shootout on the season premiere of Hill Street Blues, winner of 6 Emmys. A winning night.
Thursday on NBC, the best night of television on television.
So I mentioned a couple of episodes that the reason that there had been this long gap in me uploading videos was, because of some health problems I was having, and sort of an adjustment period with a medication that I had to go on. And so during that time I was just very tired. I was sleeping a lot more than normal, and when I was awake, I was a little bit more lethargic than usual. And so I just kind of took the opportunity to just rest. Like I just sort of accepted this is how it's going to be for a while. And, I'm just going to rest and sort of, recuperate. And so the main thing I did actually was just to binge watch TV shows, on my iPad, not on a TV. But one of the shows that I binge watched was Cheers, which is probably my all-time favorite sitcom. I used to watch it when I was a kid, like when it was in, first run and there was new episodes on Thursdays. And then like when I was a teenager, they would show a rerun of Cheers every night. And so I would always watch it. And one of the things I just always wanted was one of the beer mugs that they all drank out of on the show, really because of Norm, mostly. Because he was always one of my favorite characters. I appreciate the level of laziness that he was able to achieve. And even when I watched it when I was a kid, we had like this glass mug with a handle on it. And I would actually make myself a chocolate milk in that mug, and I would drink it while I was watching Cheers. But, while I was binge watching it again over the winter, it kind of got back in my head, I really want one of those mugs. And so I started trying to figure out, exactly what kind of mugs they were, because, you can get that style of mug, but they're not all the same. They have little subtle differences, and so I got like a screenshot of Norm holding the mug, and I started really digging around on the internet looking for, that exact mug. And I was finally able to find one, like on eBay. I found one. I still don't know what brand it is or anything. I compared the pictures on eBay, the eBay listing, to the pictures in the screenshot, and I'm like, that's definitely the same mug. And so I got one. But so I can't tell you if anybody else is like, hey, I want one of those. I still don't know, where it's from or who makes it. You could imagine that the people that set up the set for Cheers just bought all the glassware and whatnot from some, restaurant supply distributor or whatever. But so I was finally able to get 2 actually. And so now they're like our main beer mugs here in the house. And I normally I record these shows in the morning, so I'm not really going to drink a beer, but it's, like almost 5 o'clock. So, I mean, that's the perfect time for beer. So I'm going to use my mug while we're doing the show today. And I'm drinking, this is a brewery. It says it's in the Black Forest, so Germany, called Rothaus, which just means red house. And the beer is called Tannenzäpfle. And this beer was kind of expensive. I really just bought it because the label art was cool. But, like German, Czech, Austrian Pilsners are kind of my jam. So, I bought it for that reason too, but really mostly for the artwork. Interestingly, these beer mugs are only 10 ounces. And again, I compared them, like, really? They would only use 10-ounce beer mugs? But yeah, they were. So like, I can't even pour the entire beer in there. So I'll just use some paper as a coaster for the rest of it. Anyway, Renovation Month continues here on YouTube's hottest new show. You may notice the video is a few days late. I'm recording this on, Monday at, almost 5, as I said. So I'm sure it won't be out until tomorrow. So that would make the video, I don't know, 2-3 days late, at least. I think the last video came out on Sunday morning, didn't it? I'm not positive about that. Anyway, the reason for that is, well, let me explain. So, when I do the magazine read-throughs, I get exposed a little bit to a lot of different games I've never played before. The way I do those magazine read-throughs, like the first thing I do after I pick the magazine is I sit down either here or, in my dining room or wherever at a table/desk, and I have the magazine out and I have a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I go through the entire magazine and I write down every game that's mentioned in any way in the magazine. Like if it's a review or a preview or tips and tricks or an ad, I write them all down. And then any game that I don't already feel like I can, talk about, or that I don't have gameplay footage of, I go through and I play a little bit of the game and I record some gameplay footage so I can just have some sort of first impressions, thoughts on the game. And then of course have gameplay footage to show you guys in the video. And, through the course of doing that, I end up playing a lot of games just a little bit where I kind of make a mental note of, I got to come back and check this game out later because, this might be a cool one. And that actually happened with the game that I was going to talk about this week, which, not to disappoint anybody who might be a fan of the game, but I was going to talk about Final Zone. And I'd taken all these notes about here's the history of Final Zone and the original Final Zone, which came out for Japanese home computers, and then Final Zone on the Genesis, Final Zone 2 on the PC Engine, blah, blah, blah. And I'd only ever played a little bit of Final Zone, but when I played it, I was like, hey, this is kind of a cool game. But the more I was playing the game, as preparation for this episode, the more I just kind of realized, this game's just not it. And, it was interesting, playing the first level, like, this game's kind of interesting. It just never really changes. It never turns into anything better. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but, I can't make a video like this if I'm not fully bought into the game. And I'm especially not going to ask you guys to sit through a long video of me playing a game that I'm not even into. So, I pulled the plug on that, and then I realized, okay, the video is not going to come out in time. And as you guys can see, we're talking about Arcus Odyssey this week. And it was the exact same kind of situation. I'd played like the first 2 levels of Arcus Odyssey because I had to talk about it in a magazine read through. And I just kind of made that mental note, like, I got to come back to this game later because this might be cool. And so I started playing it, I don't know, Friday maybe or something, and was just playing it all weekend. And the more I played that game, the more I just fell in love with it. Like, Arcus Odyssey is just a really, really cool game. And, I don't know if I'm crazy or if everybody else is crazy. Occam's razor would say that I'm crazy. There's just not much talk about that game on the internet. Like, I don't remember ever reading about people talking about it on the forums. If you plug the name into YouTube, there's really not a whole lot going on. There's a couple of like complete playthroughs of the game. And of course, a few people have reviewed it. But it just never really comes up. And so, I'm playing this, the more I played it and the farther I got into it, just the more I was impressed with it. Like, wow, this is a really cool game. And, why aren't more people talking about it? So maybe it's not a cool game. And for some reason, it just checks all the right boxes with me. I don't know. But one thing I wanted to say about it is, whenever I read about the game, I don't know, like on Wikipedia or Sega Retro, or if I read a review of it, they always talk about it as an action RPG. And, for me at my age, like, I don't have time to play role-playing games. Like, at my age right now, I've talked about this before. I kind of look at sort of my backlog of role-playing games as like, I'm going to do that when I retire and my reflexes are shot and I probably have arthritis in my hands. I can still play role-playing games. But right now, I just don't have the time to dedicate to them. And so when I see a game that, I might want to play that, but somebody's saying like, it's a role-playing game, like, it kind of turns me off. And, I'm saying that because I don't want any of you to do the same thing. Be like, oh, I don't have time for a role-playing game. I really would not at all classify Arcus Odyssey as a role-playing game. It's hard. I don't like getting super into like pigeonholing games into genres, but I think differentiating between what I would call adventure games and role-playing games is very difficult because it's a really blurry line between the two. Like nobody ever calls, well, I shouldn't say that, but people generally refer to Legend of Zelda games as adventure games, going all the way back to the original. And I'm not saying I would say anything different, but what changes would you have to make to Legend of Zelda before you'd call it a role-playing game? The two games I would say that I would compare Arcus Odyssey to are Dungeon Explorer and Kadash, both on the TurboGrafx 16. I know that Kadash is a role-playing game that got ported to the Genesis and the TurboGrafx 16. TurboGrafx 16 is the best version. But to me, that's more like what Arcus Odyssey is. And I wouldn't call either one of those games role-playing games. They're sort of action-adventure games. Hack and slash, really. They just have, you can like maybe gain levels or you pick up items that you can choose to use when you want to choose them or to use them. And, but that's no different than something like Zelda, Now, the Arcus Odyssey is not like either of those games as far as presentation goes, as you'll see. But, I think they're both sort of exploratory adventure games. You get to choose your character. All the characters play very differently. Arcus Odyssey, you can play 2-player simultaneous, which, that's one of the great things about Dungeon Explorer. Although Dungeon Explorer, you can play either 4 or 5 people simultaneous. I can't remember which. Kadash, I think, is single player only, but don't quote me on that. I've only ever played it single player. But what I'm saying is if you've ever played either one of those games and thought it was cool, Arcus Odyssey might be up your alley. And for me, I just, in the course of the last 3 or 4 days, I went from somebody who had just a positive first impression experience with Arcus Odyssey, a couple of years ago to, I love this game now already. And I would put it, if you were making they have the people do those like John Riggs does those things sometimes where you make your tier list and you have like the S tier and that's the best. And you have like A, B, C, D, whatever. I always considered Granada, which we talked about last week. That would be like an S tier renovation game. And I would probably put Arcus Odyssey either A or S. I really, really like this game. And, part of the reason I would say that, don't be driven off by the RPG label is the game's only like an hour long. I mean, it's actually pretty arcadey. It's like an arcade adventure game. But even though it's only an hour long, because you have the 4 different characters that all play very differently, it gives you more replay value, which is the exact same thing I would say about both Kadash and Dungeon Explorer. Once you blow through the game with one character, start the game over with a different character, and it's going to be a very different gameplay experience. And then, like in the case of Dungeon Explorer and Arcus Odyssey, then you can go through and play the game 2-player co-op and have a different experience yet again. So, is there anything else I want to say? I played the game. I got all the way to the last boss, and the last boss has 3 forms, and I made it to the last form of the last boss, and then I got game over. So I haven't beaten the game. I've gotten very close. I'm not going to try to beat the game for the video today. I don't like doing that because I want you guys to check out the game, and if you watch me play the whole thing, then I don't know. I feel like that would suck some of the fun out of it for you. So I'm going to top up my beer here because I've made 2 ounces of room. And then we're just going to fire the game up and go for it. So I'm going to switch the view. And where is it? Right there. All right. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there just due to my own stupidity. You see we're playing on the Mega SG again. We're playing on the Mega SG all month. I love my Mega SG. It also makes recording gameplay footage far, far easier. And I don't have a physical copy of this game, so, I mean, even if I did, I'd probably still just load the ROM off of here, because why wouldn't you? I read a text review where, somebody was saying that they didn't think that the game had very good audio visuals. Oh, by the way, Wolf Team game, again, as it was last week. I don't agree. I think the game has really good visuals, and the music is good. The sound effects, are hit or miss, but that's not really that big of a deal. This game has like a lot of story in it, especially at the beginning. There's all this scrolling text. And we're not going to sit here. It's not that important. You're the good guys. There's a bad guy causing problems. All the bosses you fight up to the bad guy are like the minions. And then, the bad guy is actually a woman, I think. Her name is Castomyra. And that's who you fight at the end of the game. I mean, that's all you really need to know. Yeah, a sorceress named Castomyra. Whatever. Oh, that's kind of cool with the title screen. I'm not going to go in there. There's a music mode, which is just, a lot of Genesis games have that. Well, it'll be like sound test. But here it's right at the main menu. You can go into music mode and you can listen to the music. As I said, you can play the game 2-player. That is co-op, which is really cool. And then here you can choose your 4 characters. I don't remember all their names. Jeddah is this first guy with the blue background. That's who I've been playing as. He's like a swordsman. And then there's this chick that has like a chain whip, which I tried playing as her, and I don't know about that chain whip. And then this other lady over here is like an archer. And then over here is a guy who's like a sorcerer. So the characters are actually somewhat similar to the characters in a Gauntlet, although not exactly the same. But like I said, we're going to go with Jeddah over here. The game calls the levels acts. It's got 8 levels, by the way, and they're really pretty linear. So we start off here, and we're like outside this dungeon we're going to go into. So see, he's a swordsman, but you see that when you hit the attack button, it's really still more of a projectile attack, but it only protrudes out a little bit from the character, whereas some of the other characters. Their attack will travel farther, like the archer lady, archeress maybe. Her attack will go all the way across the screen. The arrows will like bounce off walls and stuff, which is pretty cool. But it's also a weaker attack. So again, like Gauntlet. Oh man. What else we have to talk about? So down on the lower left, you have your score, and then below that is your health bar. You only have 1 life, but that kind of has an asterisk next to it, and I'll talk about that as we keep going. You can go up to the statue, and it just gives you some more like plot information. It's nothing that you need to know. As you might have seen, like the enemies in this game respawn, and they really respawn like as soon as you get off the screen. So there's a lot of respawning going on. So now we are inside this dungeon, whatever you want to call it. And we have sort of these crustacean creatures with these shells on their back, and they shoot their shells at you. And when they turn around, their shells start spinning, and then they're like invincible. So you pretty much just want to get out of their way and let them shoot their shell. And then you can get back in there and kill them. So we go up here, and there's this guy standing here. And if we talk to him, I guess this is kind of an important thing. It says, I escaped from the prison that faces the waterfalls. Some of my friends are still in the prison. I have one thing to ask from you. Please help my friends. If you want to find the prison, you can take the road that begins on the other side of the waterfalls. Be careful. You can see the waterfalls, but not necessarily. So there's 3 waterfalls, and each one has a doorway or whatever you want to call it, a cave behind it. And only one of the caves takes you to the boss battle. And interestingly, that's actually randomized. So every time you play the game, it's going to be different. You don't know which waterfall to go behind. So that's kind of cool. And if we go up this way, see there's these flying fish that come out of the water. So you have to watch out for them. And I don't know what that thing is. Some sort of slime thing. But there's these treasure chests. And you see there it says you have taken the medicine of regeneration. That's just like a potion. But whenever you pick it up, it gets used right away. So that's not something that you can carry around with you. But there are other things that you can carry around with you. So if I open, or if I hit the A button, you open up this little thing, and this has your inventory, and we'll get into that as needed. So like you see the enemies have already respawned, and now we got to go this way. And then we dip down here. I know the level layout already, so I know where to go. But if we go down here, there's going to be another treasure chest. And you found the magical fire ring. So that's like a single-use item. And it asks you, would you like to, whenever you pick up anything that's not immediate use, which is really just the medicine of regeneration, it asks if you want to pick it up. And that's important because you can only carry so many things. But right now our bag or whatever is empty, so of course we'll take it. Oh, dang it. Like I said, the enemies respawn. So now we go up here. There's going to be this gigantic frog. Where are you? There he is. He takes kind of a lot of hits to kill. And then, this is the first waterfall. And you see, he says, oh, where are we supposed to go now? So that means this is not the right waterfall, which actually kind of sucks because the other two waterfalls have treasure chests behind them. But you won't be able to get one of them. This has another medicine of regeneration, which we'll take because I already took 2 hits. Ideally, you want this waterfall to be the right one because then you can go to both of the other 2 waterfalls and collect some very helpful bonus items. But, you know what I'm saying about I think the graphics this game are cool. I like the isometric perspective. Even like I don't know what these weird, like aqueducts are going across the ceiling, but they look neat. And then you gotta watch it because another frog is gonna come over here. Got him. And then one of the waterfalls is up here. Okay, good. This is not the right one either. So that means we can walk back here. So you see it says you found the doll of life. So like the 2, in my opinion, most important items you want to carry, there's a lamp of life and a doll of life. The lamp of life is an item that you use at the time of your choosing and will completely refill your health. So ideally, you want to let your health get down to the last bar, and then you use the lamp of life, you get all your health back. The doll of life is different. It's like an auto-use item. If you die and you're carrying a doll of life, you'll get revived. So it's like having an extra life. Because like I said, outside of that, you have the 1 life, and if you die, it's game over. Now, you have continues, but you have to play the level over again. So if you die at a boss battle, now you got to play the entire level over again. So having dolls of life is really, really good. But unfortunately, what that means is that when we go behind the 3rd waterfall, we won't be able to get, I believe what's over there is, actually, I think it's just a magic crystal now I think about it, because I think this is the lamp of life right here. Yeah. So, perfect. Yes. And so now we just walk up this walkway and, oh yeah, now I'm telling you there's something wrong about the sound of this waterfall because this is now the correct one. And so this is a boss battle, and since I've already lost half my health, I'm going to go ahead and equip the lamp of life so that if I need to, I can use it. All right. Yeah, I got to go ahead and use it, I think, here. Hey, what are you doing? All right. Okay, and then next important thing. So we killed the boss. The boss dropped this. It's like a power-up crystal. I don't remember the exact name. But you notice it keeps changing color between like red and a blue-gray. And which I think is similar to Dungeon Explorer. What effect it has when you pick it up depends on what color it is. So if it's red, it's going to increase our attack. And if it's blue when we grab it, it's going to increase our health bar. And in my experience, at this point in the game, it's better to have more health bar. So now we pick it up there, power up gem, and then our health bar is going to get like, I think 3 segments longer. I don't know if that was, maybe that was only 2 segments. Either way, the next level just has like a lot of guys shooting at you. And I think it's just more important to have more like hit points. And, you know, we'll power up our attack next time. Oh, yes, and it has passwords. So there's no, if you play the original game, well, or the ROM, doesn't matter. There's no battery-based game save ability. It just gives you a password, which is better than nothing anyway. Although, like I said, it's not a very long game, so, you know, it's not a big deal to start over. Okay, Act 2, A Lost Cave. And I really like the atmosphere in this level. That's another thing I wanted to say. I love the atmosphere really in all the levels in this game. It never feels repetitive at all. And like I said, I don't understand why that person was saying they don't think the graphics are good. I mean, just look at the way the water's moving. Like, that looks so cool. And this whole level takes place on these weird, I guess you can't call that a pier, but I don't know what you would call it. So, and then you got to watch it. In this level, there's like these sea anemone looking things that shoot at you, like that thing. And they're pretty annoying, so. Speaking of that, though, the C button is how you attack. If you hold down the C button, you see how he's kind of like glowing? He blocks shots. All the characters do that. So if you know you're going to get hit by like one of these sea anemone things, you can try to block the shot. I don't think I pressed or held down C quick enough. And then like, yeah, well, whatever. If you know you're going to get hit, you just try to hold it down. Okay, we got a magical power crystal. So let me mention what those are real fast, because actually we should use one right now. So all the characters in this game have magic. Like even the fighter has some magical ability. And in his case, like his base level magic is he can sort of have a magical shield around his body that halves all the damage you take. But in order to use magic, you have to use a magical power crystal. So if we press A to open the inventory, right below MP, those 3 things that kind of look like, I don't know, combat medals or something, those are your magical power crystals. So if I highlight one and press A, now you see it turned into a green dot where the MP is. And on the lower bar, you have M. That M is just your magic. So that means that the B button will be your magic. And then next to that, that's the fire ring. And then of course the doll of life, which you can't use. So I've got the M highlighted. So now if I exit out of there, if I press the B button, you see they got that little circle around him for a second. So now he's got that shield activated for like the rest of the level. So now I can take twice as many hits. So you see I only lost a half of a life bar there. These guys are kicking my butt here. Ah! It's hard when I'm talking. All right, so we got the prison key, which we're going to need. And then there's a regeneration, medicine or regeneration or whatever up here, so I feel like I need to grab that. But then we have to backtrack. All right. I mean, we could kill that guy, but it doesn't matter because he's going to regenerate anyway, so... Oh my God. Wow, I'm really getting my butt kicked here. So we have to backtrack all the way to where we were. Because now we have to go find the prison. See, good music, too. Am I going the right way? Yes. Okay, so here's the prison. Next thing that makes this game really cool. You can, at a couple or few different times in the game, at least twice in the game, take somebody with you. and they'll just be like controlled by the computer, but then you have a little bit of extra help. So we go over here, and there's 4 people in the prison, and I think it's 3 of them that are all available to become your little buddy or whatever. And I think it's this one. No, this is the person that you can't take. But this person tells you that you have to get the exit key, and they're telling you, I saw with my own eyes where the exit key is hidden. The key is at the end of the bridge, so now we know where to go get it. I'm trying to remember which one of the people I like to use. One of them has like an attack that's like a homing kind of thing. I don't know. Let's just guess that it's this person. Nadiru. And all these people will ask, oh, do you want to be partners with me? And you just have to know which one you want. I just don't remember. So we'll just say yes. Was that the right person? That is not the right person. I should have taken this person, but whatever. All right. Anyway. All right. Now we can leave. So you see, now you've got somebody else following you that's also shooting. So I guess that's helpful. But like I said, if I had taken the other person, then we would have like homing projectiles, which would have been nice. And then if we go up, I think it's this way. There's some treasure chests. Magical power crystal. Medicine and regeneration, so we get some more of our health back. There's 2 more. Magical power crystal. Potion of invincibility, that's a nice one. So if you use that, you're invincible for a very limited amount of time. But that can definitely be helpful during tough boss battles. And then we have to dip out of this area. So now we just have to go find the exit key. Of course, I know where it is. But we also have the opportunity to pick up some more treasure, I believe. And we got that. Lamp of Life, nice, because we had to use ours already. But here you can see, so that second row, we've only got room for one more thing. So, and that kind of sucks, but that's how the game is. You know, you only have limited carrying capacity. I don't even remember if there's any more treasure chests. We might have gotten all of them. But we do have to go over here and get the key, which is right here. So remember he said it was at the end of the bridge. So if you just walk over here, it just automatically, you pick it up. There might be one more treasure chest over here. Yeah. Magic of elemental summoning. If we have room for it, I'll take it. It's kind of cool. It's single-use magic that just attacks everything on the screen. So it's okay. But it's one of those things where, like, if I come across another Lamp of Life or Doll of Life and I don't have room, I will 100% get rid of that. So now that we have the exit key, now we just have to head to the exit, which is over by that first medicine of regeneration that we picked up. So up this way. And this is going to be kind of a 2-stage boss battle when we get in here. Yeah, so we got... Alright, so that was the first day. That's pretty easy. I mean, this boss overall was pretty easy. So now we're on the back of like this turtle shell or whatever, and apparently we didn't have to meddle in this. He's going to start popping out of the water on different edges of his shell and attacking you, so you have to shoot him when he comes out of the water. Somebody with my abilities can take the life of you just like that. Oh, wow, that was it. I guess that little friend that we grabbed really messed up that boss. All right, Act 3, The Bad Dream. So this is like the only part of the game where I don't like the way it looks, is we're on like this pink pyramid thing, but it's only like the first part of the level anyways. It reminds me of, for some reason, of Marble Madness. But you can also see, like, in every level, you have different enemies. So, I mean, there's a lot of variety. So we have, like, these undead skeletons. And then, we'll have to show you later. Oh, yeah, right there. So you see there's, like, that sorcerer dude. Like, right there is a sorcerer guy. So until you kill the sorcerer, his little cadre of skeletons can keep, like, reanimating. Like, kind of like the red skeletons in Castlevania. But once you kill him, the skeletons won't wake back up anymore. So now we have to go in this door, and we're going to see the explanation of how this level's going to work. This is kind of a long level. So we got this like sketchy looking guy up here next to a sword. He says, this pyramid has become a complex labyrinth that has several doors which are closed because of an old curse. In order to give life to the curse, one will have to use the power that has been hidden in the 5 sacred swords. So basically what that means, there's 5 locked doors, and the keys to those 5 locked doors are these 5 swords that you have to pick up. And then he just blabs about stuff that doesn't matter. So now we pick up this sword. It says we have found the sword of the hero, and so now we can unlock the first one of these doors when we come across it. So at this point, I mean, if you do a little bit of exploration, which in this game I would definitely recommend exploring, just because you'll find treasure chests, and they might have things in them that you want. And as I showed you, you know, the game gives you the opportunity to just say you don't want things that you find, so there's really no reason. You know, even though at this point I think our inventory is full, you know, if I find a lamp of life or a doll of life, I'm definitely going to be willing to dump 1 or 2 of the things that we have. So that's an herb of purification, which I think we don't want that. Can't carry more items anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think that's if you get poisoned, but I don't even know when you get poisoned. Like I said, I played this game all the way to the last level, or to the end boss, actually. And did I ever get poisoned? I don't recall. So the next one... Wait, there's one... What, down below, wasn't there? I don't remember. There's one down... Oh yeah, there's one down here, I think. Yeah, there's these weird worms. But the game really doesn't reuse bad guys, which I think is really cool, too. Well, we can take magical power crystals, because those are separate in your inventory. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't actually do my shield. You should... If you play as Jeddah, you should do the shield at the beginning of every level. So I converted one of the power crystals into magic points. So now I can hit B, and I got my shield going again. You do get, if you didn't notice, when you beat a boss, you get some of your health back. You get maybe like 3 bars, like the equivalent of picking up a medicine of regeneration. So you don't get all your health back. But I feel like, I mean, the game I think is pretty generous with the number of health regeneration pickups you find. So like, as long as you're playing carefully, you should be okay. All right, so now we go over here, and now we're going to go up this really big staircase up to the top floor. Yeah, I think we missed that one, but whatever. And I don't remember if there was anything up here aside from the door. Oh, what if we go down here? Oh, we can talk to this guy. You again. Oh, this is one of the people that we rescued from the prison. It's you again. Thank you very much for what you've done for me. Let's hurry up now. We mustn't be late. My partner will be in prison inside the place. This game is very verbose. I have to say goodbye now. Okay, whatever you say. I think there might have been... Oh, what's this? I don't think I've ever been in here. Oh, wow. I never found this. Magical power crystal. Anti-poison herb of wizardry. I don't want that anyway. I don't want that. I'm really looking for... Okay, lamp of life right there. Okay, so we can't pick it up. So fine. So we go in here and I'm going to use my magical fire ring or whatever. So we highlight that and then use it. Magical fire ring has been used. Now I have these weird fireballs, but now I can pick up the lamp of life. Magic of elemental summoning. I don't want that. Magical power crystal. Oh, that'd be nice to have another one of, but that's okay. Oh, doll of life. Okay, so now we're gonna burn. This is the magic of summoning, so I'm gonna use that. So now I can have the doll of life. Oh, hold on, I had to wait. Now I can have it. You have to wait until the magic, uses itself, I guess. And then another magical power crystal. So that's awesome. I can't take any more power crystals. Wow, look at that. We're all filled up. That's nice, though. Okay, let's roll. But then not to get greedy, I thought, was there another? Oh, no, that's on the next floor down. Well, that's okay. We're good. Well, I'm just curious what's over there. Oh, magical firing. I wouldn't have wanted that anyway. That's fine. Okay, so now we can head up. Oops. Now we can head up to the first door, and then we don't have to look at this ugly pyramid anymore, because we're going to be inside. This way. Okay, so you see there's like that little gold thing. So that's like a thing for you to stick the sword into. So you place the sword into the hero into the pedestal, and the door opens. So now we can go in. Careful, parents. That's a satanic adjacent imagery. That's not a pentagram. That's a Star of David. But I wonder if you play the Japanese version, if it is a pentagram. So now basically you're just looking for the next sword. So I mean, I don't remember where they all are. So it's just, you just cruise around until you find them. I hear some more treasure chest. Ooh, lamp of life. Do I want to use up something? What do I have in here? Ooh. I can use that. So I have a... I mean, a lamp of life is better than a potion of invincibility, right? Yeah. So I'll use that, and then give me the lamp of life. I don't have room for any more of those, so... I mean, so basically we're carrying 2 dolls of life and a lamp of life, or 3 lamps of life, which is basically like, if we use them responsibly, is like having 5 lives, instead of none. Medicine of regeneration, we didn't really need it, but now our health is completely full again. Oh yeah, these velociraptors. Down over here is, I think, just an exit. Yeah, see, so that's one of the doors, but we have to find the swords first. And that's Another exit we can't go through yet. Another treasure chest. Like I said, I don't remember ever getting poisoned in this game, but maybe I got lucky or something. I don't know. You gotta watch it with these big guys that throw the axes at you. They don't screw around. Oops. And then here's yet another treasure chest that we can't pick up. Have I been over here already? Oh, well, that's kind of a waste, because... Yeah. Alright, I think it's through here, then. Nope. I just don't remember where to go, so we'll figure it out. Nope. Oh, I think we're on the right track now. So I think those velociraptor things don't respawn as long as you're still in the same area. Yeah, here's a sword. So you can kind of use those to tell whether or not you've already been in an area or not. Like if you see one of those things, then, oh, this must be a new area. But they might respawn now that we're coming back. Oops. Now there were 2 exits, so we don't know which exit is for the sword that we just picked up. So we just try this one. You place the Sword of Ambition in the pedestal and the door opens. So that was the right exit. So now we can go into the next area. And you see again, it changes again. Lots of variety in this game. Here we have these mummies. And then I don't know what those little red spinny things are. There's also blue spinny things. These mummies take kind of a lot of hits to kill, but they also move real slow, so it's not that big of a deal. All right. Sword of Darkness. Oh, yeah, and then now, could be a trap. Well, obviously it's a trap. So now they take away... Yeah, we have a special game just for you. So they're going to take away your little friend there. And then you're going to have to fight like a mini boss battle. So then I want to make sure that I have a lamp of life highlighted just in case I end up needing it. Yeah, because I'm not doing well here at all. You gotta not let yourself get trapped. All right, so that's not so bad. I lost most of my life there, but whatever. I should probably just use the lamp of life, but I'm going to feel real stupid if I come across a medicine of regeneration, because now, of course, we're in a new area again. This is an exit, but I think we need a new sword first. I just thought I remembered there being a treasure chest up this way somewhere. I better use it. Nope. There we go. Yeah, there was nothing up there anyways. Getting a little bit too aggro, I think. Oh, yeah. All right. So I think, what is that? We have 4 swords now. So now I think we just want to leave this area. I think. I just want to see if there's any treasure chests around here, but I don't see any. There's one, I think. Nope. Now we can cut through here, and that gets us back into this area. But remember, before that door was locked. Can we use this one yet? No. Really? I don't want that. It was somewhere up here. I think it was maybe up this way. Yeah, okay. Now we go in here, and now we just gotta grab the last sword, which is right here. Some dead dinosaur bones there. There's the last sword. But you see there's all these weird cutouts here. And you have to kind of book it. Oh, I didn't make it. Those things roll out there to kill you, but it's just the one set of them. So I don't know. That's all. That whole area is kind of weird. So now we go all the way back down to the bottom. It's not in there, is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Place the sort of piece into the pedestal, and the door opened, and then, see how I'm blinking now? So does that mean I'm poisoned or something? I don't know. I got to read the manual, but I didn't. So I think we're heading into a boss battle, if I remember correctly, so I'm going to get the next lamp of life ready in case I need it. Castamire has tremendous power, blah, blah, blah. So basically, this guy is going to keep summoning these other things, but he's the guy you have to kill, so... I'm just hammering the C button. And that's it, he's dead. So now we have the next one of these things, but now we want to pick it up when it's red. So that we can have a little bit more attack power. And I don't know who this dude is over here, laid out on the slab. I don't know if that was your friend. So that's the end of, what was that, level 3? Yeah. Level 4, the Wicked Flame. And again, see, now we have a whole new atmosphere here with flames. We're going to have dragons popping out of the ground. You got some buddy over here. We have to extinguish the flame of those. We can't go inside. They're just giving you a hint. It's an impossible task unless we have a lot of water. I have a feeling there'll be water there somewhere. So they're just giving you a hint of how you have to approach this level. When you kill those blue birds, they kind of poop fire, so you got to be careful. Not you. Nothing over here, right? Oh, I don't know if you heard that little jingle. The only, like, this game, points don't really do much of anything. The one thing they do, and it's pretty lame, like when you hit 10,000 points, you get like a little bit of your health back. It's kind of stupid. Oh, so I can't carry that, but that reminds me that I need to get my shield going, and then I can carry that. Great. And then you can't get behind here. So when you see these little dark spots in the ground, that means that's a spot where the dragons pop out. These little cockroach things are really annoying. Magical firing, which no, I don't want that. That'll take. I think there's another. Yeah. You can't step on that dark thing, even if the dragon's not out of the ground, or you'll get hurt. So if you see the little dark circle, you just have to wait until they come out. All right, and we got to go down here. I think there's like a mini boss battle we got to fight down here. And it can be pretty tough. So I want to make sure we have a lamp of life on deck if we need it. We have to fight these two guys that take a bunch of hits, but from what I was reading, if we can go hide behind that pedestal with the sword, they can't get to us. That didn't work. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, there we go. I mean, it's kind of cheating or whatever, but I mean, whatever, man. Okay, now we got the Watergate charm. So that means now we can go shoot all these water gates that look like flaming chandeliers and get the water flowing again. And that will douse the flames in front of that door at the beginning of the level. So now we dip out of here. And I have to find... I don't remember where all those things are, but that's okay. Hey, damn it. But, like, because you see there's water. Come on, Charlie. So you're just kind of trying to look. I don't think it's in here, though. We have to go back. Yeah, so you see there's water up here. Oh yeah, see, so here's the first one. So we destroy that, and see now the water's going to start flowing. Well, I also see that there's a treasure chest over there that I don't remember ever getting. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, so we got that. And if we go through here... Oh, no fire poop. What is this? Oh, Lamp of Life. Great. Absolutely, I want that. Actually, I kind of need it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Very wasteful, though. Alright, then we got to kill this one. There's all these cucarachas around here. Yeah, herb of purification, which I do not want. Okay, so now we have to go back the way we were coming. And, you know, again, all the enemies respawn. My fault, I'm playing sloppily. We got that one already. Ah. Oh, and then you can see there's one up here. Ah! How do I get over there? Oh, this way. I think that might be the last one. Oh yeah, see, so now it's pouring down in front of that door. So the flames are out, so now we can go down there and go through the door. And I think this is a boss battle now. I'm out of Lamps of Life, but I do have the 2 Dolls of Life. So the only thing you have to worry about with this boss is these white things, really, that he shoots at you. There we go. All right, now you see we have the choice here again. I'm taking the power-up gem. You can't really increase your hit points that much. So I'd rather have the extra attack power. Haha, I destroyed whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. Let me see what the next level looks like. I mean, this video is now like an hour long, and we played through half of the game. So, you know, I want to leave some meat on the bone for anybody that wants to check this one out. Is this the one in the sky? Yeah. Oh, but I just look at the way the platform that you're on moves compared to the background. It's a really cool effect. Look at that. Oh, man. Really neat. Anyway, so I think we're going to stop there. Like I said, that's half the game. You should check out the other half yourself. I'm going to stop the recording and switch the view then. And one thing I forgot to say before we wrap up at the beginning is, when we think of Renovation, we think of Gyrus and, Jamie Bunker, professional gamer. And Arcus Odyssey was like the other Renovation game that also featured an employee of Renovation. In this case, a guy named, I don't know how to say his last name, David Izot or Izot, David Izot. I'll say Izot. And I'll put a picture of the ad up. But unlike, Jamie Bunker was just a high school student who worked there as a game tester. But if you look up David Izot on like Giant Bomb, he has some producer credits, including I think he's a producer on this game. So I don't know exactly what he did, but and you see in that ad he's wearing a San Jose State University picture or a sweater. So maybe he was a computer science major or something. But anyway, I always think of those two guys together, even though because I guess he just looks a little bit more unremarkable. I'll just say. Nobody talks about David Izot the way they talk about Jamie Bunker. So anyway, that's Arcus Odyssey. Like I said, that's only half the game. I think this game is just so much fun. And I would encourage all of you to, load it up on your EverDrive or emulator of choice. Or maybe you're lucky and you have the game and you've never really checked it out. You should do so. I love this game, and it was 100% worth the video coming out a few days late for. So where's my hand? That's going to do it for this episode of Weekend Rental. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in like 4 days since it's already Tuesday. So see you next time.